I'm probably gonna have to play around with the audio settings for a couple of streams to actually have background music. If you're still there, if anyone's there, how about you let me know if it's music's too loud or too quiet relative to my speaking volume. I do have ducking set up, so it should be a little quieter when I'm talking, but I don't know how well that's actually working. Where am I at? Hey. Well, the camera's working, but it's not showing up on OBS. Reset it. Hey. Okay, this seems fine. I think I'm gonna turn down the volume a bit on the music, because that's just supposed to be like chill background sound. Chill background sound. Alright. This time is actually gonna be coding with Sam. Instead of last time was just putting together this 20-minute background music loop generated with Suno. Today I'm going to be adding a new section to my the CMS part of my serverless web application framework. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go into admin, edit components, pages, home, media, pages. What we're gonna do is, first I'm gonna check out, what page is this? Oh, it's not a page. This component is loaded with every edit page, and the actual pages get put after this router outlet. So what I'm going to do copy this home folder, paste it again, rename it to, what are we doing? Edit settings. Okay. Now, first thing I do is rename all of these. I think I am going to start to get rid of the dot component standard. I don't like it, so I'm going to try one without it and then see if we can just go from there. I should probably do edit.settings.page.html. But I think that's what I want. I think that's the standard I want. Okay. Come in here. Find all the mentions of home, change it to settings. Mint page edit settings. This one's going to be settings.page.html. I'll keep these because I use those often. Changes to mint page edit settings. Copy it, save it, go to the spec, find and replace, save it, come back to that. Do edit settings. I don't need this grid. Damn it. Okay, get rid of that. I thought I fixed this, but that was on the edit media page. So let's check out what I did here. I can probably just max SM pad margin v4. Pad margin v4. So this one's just mint max LG. So paste that in there, change the SM to an LG. And close the mint widget grid. Save that. It's gonna be fine for now. I'm gonna have to do this. I am for all the pages. Can I just, do I still have it? Yeah. Let's see, that one is an SM as well. Close this mint widget grid. Need to import it in here. Pick all the mint ones and I'll arrange them alphabetically. Also do that down here. Whoa, that was all accident. Come here. Control Shift P for the commands, and then the last one I use is sort lines ascending. You just search for that. Press enter and it sorts them. So now this is permissible. Very nice, very nice. Means I have to do it over here as well though. This one's an LG. Oh, the way down. I already had a mint widget grid, so it's funny I didn't already use that. What is this one? Manage collection tags, manage collection categories. Yeah, I don't have those set up yet, so we'll get there. We have media. Do need to add another one. Since these don't have any innards, I can self-close these guys and save a few bytes. Ooh, I hear my cat. Silly kitty. I will also update these because I will be coming back to them. But for now, copy, paste another one. Or you know what I should do is just define them in here. If if it's always just gonna be a list of cards. Same with the grid, right? I could do it for all of this. Ah, yes, and if there's anything we want, it's small templates. So I'm gonna let these ones slide. And maybe even the grid. The grid's gonna slide. I'm just gonna take all the cards out. Do okay. Forget how to work a 4. Item of this dot. Okay, yeah. Forget the let. For item of this dot underscore items. Item dot items. No, item dot items. Something like that. Ah, yes. Hack. Index. Item does not exist on page edit home. No, it does not. This does not need to be a signal. Item equals, come on AI. Okay, we'll switch back to cursor. I'm remembering why I liked it. Hope I didn't get rid of this. I did not. Okay, so this is going to be much more readable. Save that. Come over to the home component. I don't need the constructor. Page link cards. Items. It's going to be an array. Mint items, correct. Do that. Import it, baby. This one goes before ngx mint. One by one, take from here. Good boy. can you give me multiple lines for the next one? Huh. Oh, give me all of them. I still need to double check you. Object exclude. Yeah, this one says object. Oh wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, it just decided to use its own icons. So this for sure needs to go here. Collections, manage the site's page collections. That's correct. FA file pen, edit collections, edit collections. FA file pen, edit collections, edit collections. They all get mint center. They all get mint center. Last one's malformed. So this one is definitely accounted for. FA photo film, I'm guessing it got that wrong. 1, 2, 3. Hey, photo film, media. There's sites, media files, pen, media. Okay, this one looks good. Wait. Why do I have 2 of these? Oh. So edit media is done. These ones are object intersect, edit categories. Okay, these look fine, but are not ready to be given to the client. Edit pages, edit collections, edit media files. And now I add a new one. Probably FA, SFA cogs. Make it level 3. Well, this one gets level 2, but it should actually be 1. Save that. All these level 3s should be level 2s. And that's header level. H1, H2, H3, H4. The actual size of the header should be independent of the tag. The tag should be tied to the structure of the headers. Which headers are children or parents of other headers should have nothing to do with the size. If you want to change the size, you make classes for that. That's why I have .mint, the mint h1 through h6 classes. That'll change the size to what the default is of the tags. But if you want a bigger tag, you don't do that. You just give it a class. What am I doing? FA cogs, level 2. settings, description, manage the site settings, buttons, pen, edit settings, edit settings. Apparently I want them centered, so I will save that. And I'm gonna come down here, npm run build libs. Let's build those libs. Definitely gonna need more audio loops. But this one being 20 minutes has only gone through one single loop. Doesn't feel like it because I repeat parts of the song. But the endings are different every once in a while, and that's what keeps it fresh, even without. You know what I should do? I should just lower the tempo. I'm gonna try that. Let's save this, and then just, is it gonna stretch it for me? Or is it gonna, I feel like it's gonna mess up my layout. That's why I'm saving it before I do it. Yeah, if I lower the tempo, that speeds up the music. And if I do this, it stretches it out. I would have to export it and then do this. So let's do that and undo it. What have I done? You know what? I'm just gonna close it. It was somewhere in here. Oh, I didn't realize I had the spectacle. Or something like that. We'll figure it out. All right, back to it. New major version of NPM, version 11. That's fun. Install the new version. It changed package versions. That's interesting. Four vulnerabilities, probably the same ones I was dealing with in Death Comes Clifting. Guessing I need to run npm update, and I will when I get to a good place. I'm just gonna serve this. Need to go to the edit module for the routing. Edit pages, edit categories, edit tags, edit collections, edit items, edit media, edit file. I will now edit settings. But there will be no children. Because you're going to be able to edit all of the settings on one page. And page edit settings, which is not available because I have not put it in the index. Or from not collections, settings dot page. I did change the name. I think I like that, and I'm going to end up changing all the names of my files, because, I mean, they're all components. I might as well just change the name to make it more specific. I don't have to follow Google's standards. Let's also include the page up here. I already put that in alphabetical order, so that should this is now fine, but what's the issue down here? Well, these are all imported, so I don't know. That's just inaccurate. So I don't know. I don't know what you want from me there. I'm gonna save that, rebuild the libraries. That built perfectly fine. Never trust IntelliSense over your own build logs. I go to edit. Now I have this lovely settings. I don't have the icon. Go to fontawesome.com. Just icons. And search for cog. Yes, it is gear. Are there any aliases? Yeah, it looks like there is an alias that's just cog. So I'm guessing I don't have it in the library unless I used bad cog. Settings. Oh, I said cogs. So try FASFA cog. And I need to rebuild the libraries for that. Not all of them, so I guess I didn't have to do that exactly. Forgot to also serve. There's my cog, and I can edit settings. Takes me to the page where all I have so far added is edit settings. Great, great, great. So we come back. Let's check out the services. File service. Got services for all my page types. I guess my first question is a setting a page? I'm gonna mint models setting. It has a key and a value that is a string. Okay, so no, a setting is not a page. A setting is just like one entry from a dictionary. It's a key value pair. And if you want to store JSON in there, it will be parsed later. So, now my question is, how do I get the settings? So I'm gonna want to, I know I get a setting for from the router service, routing service, excuse me. I get the routes from the settings. Let's see, main menu, yeah. So I do this .data surface .client .models .setting .get key colon main menu config. Main menu config if errors or not data. I feel like I'm gonna want an edit settings service. Client.models.settings.get, because I'm not gonna want to get. I'm going to want to list. You know what? I'm not going to create a service until I decide that I need one or want one. So, what we're gonna do is we're going to go find that settings.page. Go to the settings page. Come in here. We're gonna want I'm gonna want data service mint service data. No, I don't need that. Equals inject mint service data. So first off, you gonna import that for me? Make me do it myself? Yeah, I definitely want to go back to cursor. And that's from that. Okay. So I'm injecting the data service. Okay, what am I doing here? That's not a function. Gotta type this guy out. It is going to be a record key of string, value of string. Wait. It's going to be an array of records. Key of string, value string. There we go. Beautiful. So on init, we're going to call. Where else was I? Here we go. Const data errors equals. I copy this. It's gonna be fine. Go back to the last page. I need config, right? If these are signed in, they need to authenticate. And they're definitely going to need to authenticate for this, because this is an admin action. Well, no, and people who aren't admins can list, actually. And that's what I'm going to be doing. Maybe I should ban them from listing, just getting. I can't just make this async, can I? Looks fine. This isn't a real function. I'm gonna want the config part up here. Means I'm gonna have to also inject the auth service. Yeah, I'll keep that private. Actually, I want this to be private too. And we'll import that. Configure auth. Get a setting by key. That's not what I want. I want to .list. Where's my oh so helpful IntelliSense? I know this is fine, but like help me out with the definitions and any. Oh, I know why it's any. Duh, that's so annoying. Because this is in the Mint library. And I can't statically type it in the Mint library because it depends on the client libraries or the client application's definition of the backend. So that's annoying. I'm just gonna have to know how to do everything. I know I did it with a list elsewhere. Let's check out. Paid service is gonna need a list somewhere. No? Generic service probably has the list. No? File service. That actually doesn't help either. There's no list in here. Get page data from the... Yeah, good. Take me back to the generic service. Really no list. Save page, update page, restore pages. Nope. New page. No, okay, so that must be in the non-edit services pages, generic. Gotta be a list in here. There we go. Nope, not quite. This pages. Oh, I need to overwrite that, so I come over here into pages. This pages. Return await data service.models.page. Gonna want a question mark there. Dot list. I can give it a selection set. Config goes inside of this. Lovely. So let's come back here. Do it like that. Settings, selections. I don't want a selection set. I just want all of them. So I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna return the config. Let's do a quick console.log list settings data errors. If errors are not data, it will return. That is probably right. Pretty sure that's what I'm gonna want. Can I nope. Never mind. That's fine. I could probably do as. But I'm gonna come back to that because I actually don't know in my head what exactly that data is gonna look like. But I think I can do this dot settings equals data. But actually, this is telling me I want this as a signal. Import it from angular.core. Control F for settings. Just making sure it's just here. And start settings. That data. And we're gonna come into here and just do pretty good, pretty good. We'll do that. I don't want the breadcrumbs, I'll have those elsewhere. I am gonna want the material form stuff. Adding in a page, I want... No? Thought I'd want material. Okay, doesn't matter, we'll come back to that. For now, I just want to print things out, so... For setting of this dot settings track setting dot name and inner HTML equals setting dot name. Oh, geez. And inner HTML equals setting dot value. Unexpected closing tag, mint grid, mint card. I can self-close that. I forgot to close this card, so I delete that. Do that. Save it. Okay, now I don't need to rebuild all my libraries, so I npx ng build ngx admin. Now I serve it. So I got a 3 and a right paren. Interesting. Okay. The right paren makes sense. Setting dot name or value. Am I even right about the definition of that setting? It's key and value. Ah, it was tiny PNG usage, which is 3. Lovely. So that is the only setting I currently have in here. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want to edit the main menu setting, and I've been going into AWS Amplify and just doing that with their built-in tools, like a data explorer. You can just add new values. But I would like my clients to be able to edit their menu themselves. For now, it's just going to be JSON. some of these, like tiny PNG usage, that's read only, really. I guess maybe I'll let them update it if they want to. But when they update, or when they compress an image, it's going to reset to whatever tiny PNG says their usage value is. And that's important because it starts costing money after maybe 500 uses. I don't know, I made that number up. Could be 2. So, but I have printed out all of my settings. I'm just gonna want to list these out. I'm gonna go to edit page. I'll use this generic.html. Label. Oh, I guess I didn't use material for these. This one's disabled. Let's head back to the settings TypeScript. I'm gonna add new variable. It's gonna be read-only keys. No, I want read-only keys equals variable. Add the PNG usage. Love it. Now head back here. For setting of this .settings, track setting.name. Setting.key plus a colon. And we'll do an input. Type equals text, ng model equals setting.value. Change equals this dot update setting. So that's upset because we don't have an update settings function. So boom. What was the other issue? ng model needs forms module. Just import that. So now we're good here. Gotta accept a setting here. Do setting, comma, event. Is that not a thing? Well, oh, not that one. I want this one. Setting event event. Lovely. ng model will be the setting dot value. We will update the setting. I'm not going to do this yet. I'm just going to console.log update, update, setting, comma event, and save that. We'll rebuild. And serve. That was the song starting from the beginning. Now tiny PNG usage is inside a text box. List settings is an array, length 1, has the tiny PNG usage and the value. I don't really care about created and updated at. But since this is tiny PNG usage, that should be read-only. Go back to the settings page. I guess I didn't try the update setting function. Check out the console, change this to 30. And when I click away, gotta click away for it to take effect. The update setting function is being called. The setting is the current value. And then I pass the event, because that is going to have the target dot value is now 30. So we'll get more specific. Oh, wait, first, what did I do in here? Oh, just reformatted, okay. Come back here, it's gonna be event dot target dot value. Event dot target might be null. Property value has no exist on type event target. Are you sure? Should this be like input event? That's what it was, right? Target? Yeah, event.target.value is what I had. it's going to be setting dot key and event dot target. Value does not exist on type event target. That feels wrong to me. I'll have to cast the target. That makes plenty of sense. Can I cast it as HTML input element or null? Yeah, that feels more right. That feels more right because event.target could be null. I want to cast it. I don't want to cast it as HTML input element because that is going to assume it's one of those, but it's null. So give it the option to keep it as null. And then just, only give me the value if there is a value. Now I want to type 30 into here. Click away. I should get update setting tinypng usage 30. Perfect. Love it. Love it. Now let's make sure that read-only keys are disabled. Whoops. It is disabled. I'm back here. Okay. That should work fine. Whoops. Build the library. Serve the app. Whoa! Okay, that's my logo. The bungee on hover works. Very nice on a big one, on a big image. Here we get. Oh, oh, kind of working. Do I have to reload? Okay, that worked fine. Let's go back to edit. Settings. It is disabled now. You can barely read that 3. I'll have to change the contrast on there, but now we can see the tiny PNG usage, but I cannot update it to be anything else. Now, why is list settings giving an update, giving an undefined? Oh, that's errors. Okay, and so this dot settings gets literally just this. So that will be fine. Now I'm gonna want this to update a setting, but I currently just disabled the tiny PNG usage, which should be disabled anyways. So what I'm gonna have to do before that is create an add setting button. Go back to the template. Do I want to add it to the buttons? Can I even do that? Let me look for the item definition. Did I add? Yeah, added click to see if I could add that to the buttons. So let me see if I can do that in here. Just add buttons. I want F8 plus. Title is new setting. Click is a function. This dot save settings. No, this dot new setting. That's gonna be fine, hopefully. After I add new setting, I'm just gonna console.log new setting. Check back here, this looks fine. Hopefully I have everything set up so that that works. Oh, rebuild. Reserve. I love this song. And like every couple minutes it just like devolves into noise. But then like snaps, resets back to its roots. So now we have our new setting button. I click on it and it does not log the setting. Okay, that's fine. I don't need to define it that way. I can just do that. Create a button. Self-close it. Come over here. Item equals not that, but these guys. Not click. Okay, I gotta import it. That'll be fine. And then click equals this dot new setting. I'm just gonna save that because we'll be fine after I add to the imports widget button. Alphabetize those. Alphabetize those. Now buttons are allowed. We come back here. This is all fun and dandy. Click calls new setting. This is pretty much bound to work, but we'll compile it again and reserve. Best to test along the way, so you don't get led astray by what seems it is the bug, but really it's not. Okay, so now I click on new setting and it pops up new setting over there. Looks like we are good. Come back here. Get rid of this list settings log. The new setting log. It's gonna be like new page. Let's go to the pages.component. Create page, this edit page service.new page. So I gotta go to the services, page service, add a page, generic, new page. No, head back. Shouldn't this be where I ask the user? Okay, we'll figure it out. New setting will be let long. Well, would you let key equal prompt? Enter the setting key. How to slugify it. Import my text. Huh. There, just sure. New setting. Let key equal prompt. Enter the setting key. Oh, or nothing to exits. If key equals mint text.slug key. Now I don't need the knowledge coalescing. if there's no key return. You know what? I should do that here anyway. If there's no key return. That way we don't need to nest. And key equals the slug of the key. Are we really going to do it again? I don't think we need to. Always returns a string. I don't think we need that. So we slugify the key. I don't think I'm going to have them enter a value. I'm just going to make it empty in the beginning. So I'm going to call this.data service.client.models.setting.create. Perfect. This right here is going to change to config because it will need to vary depending on if the user is logged in or not. Well, no, it has to be an admin, so I'm going to say it definitely needs to be user pool. So I don't need to change that. Then data any this.setting.set. No, I don't really like chaining. So we'll do what I've been doing this whole time. Const data errors equals that. I'll get rid of that. And the usual if errors or not data return. No, maybe I don't want to return immediately. Error creating setting errors. Alert error creating settings. Check log. Okay, enter a key. If they don't return, if they do, make it a slug. Create the setting with an empty value. Auth mode user pool because you have to be logged in as an admin to do this anyway, so there's no reason to configure it for unauth. If it doesn't work, handle errors and exit. I don't know what this is. If it gets this far, we're good. We'll do this dot settings. Update settings. Settings dot push data. And return spread of the settings. Just gonna create it. If there's errors, print it out. Otherwise, add the new setting to the list of local settings. Is it the wind or my cat? Who knows? Okay, so just added some comments there to make things a little more clear. Get the key, format the key, create the setting, handle errors, update the data, save it. Let's rebuild. And reserve. And I'm hoping from this, the button should be working. Click on that, prompts me for a new setting key. I type in main-menu. That's the one I want to update. Click OK, it says error creating setting, check console logs. Error creating setting undefined. Well, if it's undefined, that's errors. Errors is undefined, so that doesn't help. Let's reload the page to see if it actually did work. It did. It did work, but I do have an error, a syntax error, unexpected end of JSON input. Oh, that's because the main menu needs to be JSON. So I'll just give it that. But I don't have a way to actually set it yet. But it did create the main menu setting. It just said there was an error. So that's annoying. Maybe create doesn't return the setting. That wouldn't make much sense to me, but we can handle that. We can handle anything. Anything is possible in the age of information, including getting confused. Okay, so this worked, but since there was no data, or, well, errors was undefined, so there must have been no data. Where else do I call .create? Let's take a look at my other code where I knew what I was doing more. This just returns, let's see, where do I call create page on here? It's in generic. Guessing these are all the same. Yeah, so let's go back to the services, collections. I want generic. Create page is right here. And I do have datacom errors. If errors or no data, return undefined. So that should be fine. Everything I feel like should be fine. And it worked, so we're part of the way there. We are part of the way there. Guess here I'm gonna want to do console.log getting creates data errors so that I can keep track of that next time. Settings to update. I think I'm not gonna make settings automatically update on type. It's gotta be, I gotta put in a button. So we'll get there. I'm also gonna need a way to delete settings. Maybe I want these in a table. I am gonna want these in a table. I'll make action buttons for delete, edit. Okay, I'm gonna try again. To create a new setting, I'll call this test setting. I think I forgot to build after putting that log in there, so just build the log. And now serve again. Reload this guy, it has my new test setting. We'll do test 2. Yeah, they're both undefined. But it worked. So I'm just gonna do if errors and get rid of the not data. But keep the key together. Const new setting equals that. if errors return, but this guy is setting things up push not data. We're gonna do push new setting. Okay. Rebuild that. And reserve it. Ooh, 2 concurrent viewers. Wild. If you have any questions about anything computer science, you go ahead and ask me. I'll straight up help you with your programming homework. Did I reserve this? No. So reload this. Got all my settings. Try test 3. It's undefined for both, but that means there's no errors, so I'm just gonna accept it and put that into here. Definitely want, like, there's gonna be so many settings. So this is gonna have to go into a table like I do for, say, media, and then I'll give it the action buttons for delete. This is pretty good though. At least I can list them. Next, I'll have to create the update. It is 4:30. Been doing this for an hour 40. I'm gonna figure out when I need to get ready for dinner with my sister. Everything looks pretty good in here. I have now creating a new setting works fine. I can disable editing settings by adding the keys into this read-only keys array. This update setting is for ng model change, because I'm gonna have to have another one that's save setting, I guess. Maybe I should have a service for this. Let me double check I don't already have one. I do have a settings service. No, I got rid of the settings service. Good. So the name's available if I need it. But basically I want to do everything in this setting component if I can. Get rid of that. Change this console.error, search for console. Okay, this is what I'm going to be doing next. Just gonna console.log this dot settings. Because I know I have an ng model, but that also gets different when you're dealing with arrays. I should be able to ASDF here. Click away. Current settings. Oh. It's a signal, so we have to call it like a function. Rebuild. Reserved. Reloads. Click in there. Update setting, test setting, ASDF. Good. But I check in here. Current settings doesn't change the value. That makes sense. So what I'm gonna want to do over here is do gonna be this dot settings dot update. Return map seems like a weird way to do it. Do const setting equals settings dot find setting dot key equals setting dot key. Set setting dot, so we do set dot key equals setting dot key. Settings has already been defined up here. No, that's setting. So I don't want to make this. Okay, it's just setting. I haven't returned anything yet. That's fine. So that's the setting I need. Well, if there's no value, we're just gonna set it back to its original. No? Something wrong with that? That is a fair rule. If there's no target dot value, we're just gonna put the value back at set dot value. If that doesn't exist, we're just making an empty string. Okay, right? Okay, and then I can just return dot 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 settings. Spread settings. Does that make more sense than mapping? I feel like it does. You find the setting by key. If you have the setting, you update the value. And then you just update by returning a spread of the settings. That will keep all of the settings the same, but the parent array will be a different array. And that's how it knows that there is an update. I'm not going to want to do this in here. I'm going to want to do that. Later, when I have a save button. We'll just log updated settings. Do that. Build it. Serve it. have 15 minutes before I have to stop drinking coffee, so killed that. What am I trying to do here? ASDF, click away. Update settings, test setting, ASDF. Current settings. Well, the value is ASDF here, but that's not because the value was ASDF when it logged this. That's because that's the current value. Because it logged this object, and this object was updated after it was logged, so we're still gonna get the same value in both of these, because the object is resolved at the end. Just a weird JavaScript logging thing. But if you're working with JavaScript, you should definitely know about that. And what that means is that now the value has been updated on the website. But if I reload, it's not going to be there. So next I have to make a save button. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to put this into a table, which I've already created a widget for. And I imagine that's what I will be doing on next Coding with Sam. This guy's almost at a 2-hour session, and I should be getting ready for dinner eventually. Let's see, update settings. These don't really help anymore, but I know this works. Probably write some notes for me. I have this on init. I have update setting. I have is disabled. I have new setting. I'm gonna need save setting. And we're gonna get to that. First, I'm going to turn this list of inputs into a table with action icon buttons. Yeah, we'll do that next time. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Follow. I'm on YouTube. I am looking for a job, so if you know any tech recruiters, send me their way, send them my way. Oh, spam in the chat. That's ban. That's a ban. I have the power. Okay, so this feels like a good place to stop. I got some things done. Just like the bare bones. And I'll probably come back after dinner to turn this into a table and then implement updating the settings. Then I should be good. But I think I'm gonna take off for now. I got a shower and all that fun stuff. I'll probably wait until tomorrow to make a new song to loop on, but we'll figure that out one step at a time. Thanks for watching. Peace.